In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a thermostat with the housing on a Jeep Cherokee with a 2.4 liter engine. It is located in the engine area. After you raised and supported the vehicle, there's a belly pan that's underneath that needs to come off. It's held on by 9 10mm bolts. You have your radiator petcock right here. You want to drain from that. That twists to the left. Fluid's going to come out. Make sure you put it into something that's not going to go all over the ground. You do not want to reuse this fluid. You want to put new fluid back into the radiator. First, we need to remove the battery. Take both terminals off. That off to the side. That off to the side. Then you have your battery tie down. These are all 10mm bolts. That out. Remove your battery. Now you're over to your computer. You need to unplug these two connectors. Push that down, lift the red handle up. Two 10mm bolts. Then you have another 10mm nut down here. Slide your computer off and put it off to the side. You have a couple of push pins here that hold some wires you need to remove. Push it off. Lay that off to the side. One down here. You want to take your 10mm bolt out. You got your 10mm bolt in the front. Slide your cover off. You have another clip here. Take that cover and put it off to the side. Once you get that battery tray piece removed, now you're on to your air pump. You need to remove that. First, by taking this line off, you just push in this pin, pull that line off, disconnect your air intake so you can swing that out of the way. You can put a rag underneath here because oil will come out. Try to catch as much oil as you can. After you remove your line, you have your 3 13mm bolts for your air pump. You need to remove those. Now onto your air intake tube, you need to remove that. You have a hose that goes onto the valve cover, pull that off. You can use a regular screwdriver or an 8mm for your clamp here. You have a 10mm bolt here you need to remove. You have your clamp back here. Same, it's either an 8mm or you can use a regular screwdriver. Just loosen that up. You have your clip back here for this piece here that pulls straight up. Pull it out. Take your air tube, pull it out, off, and put it off to the side. Now it's on to removing your throttle body. Take your hose off, put it off to the side. You have two 10mm bolts and two T27 Torx bolts. You need to remove those. You have this bracket that goes from the throttle body down to the head. There's a 13mm bolt you need to remove so you can get to the 10mm bolt that's underneath the bracket for the throttle body. Now your 10mm bolt. Once you get that last 10mm bolt off, you can unplug your throttle body. From the back side and just push, unplug it, take that off, put it off to the side. Once you have your throttle body off, it's always good to take a rag, just stuff it in the hole, just in case something decides to fall in that and it doesn't go into your engine. Before I remove this bracket, you have two 8mm bolts here, and you're supposed to have two 10mm nuts here, mine are missing. You have a coolant line that goes onto the top of your thermostat housing. You want to squeeze these two together, pull straight out, put it off to the side. You have your coolant temp sensor, pull up on your red tab, push the clip down. Now you can take your clamp for your hose that goes to your radiator off. A little bit of a tech tip for you: if you spray some lube on here, that's going to make that clamp slide on the hose a lot easier. Squeeze together, slide it down. Take your pick tool, go around your hose. Pull your hose off, put it off to the side. Now you have your mounting bolts. Take that bracket that you loosened up before, take it off, slide it out of the way. Take that bracket off, put it off to the side. One hose here that you need to remove. It has this metal clip. You want to pull up on that metal clip. That's your clip. Put it off to the side. Remove your hose. Put that off to the side. You have your bottom clamp. Just loosen that up for this hose so we can swing this out of the way and get to your bolts for your thermostat housing. Take your hose, pull it off. Take that hose, swing it off to the side, remove your clamp. One 8mm bolt on the bottom. One 10mm bolt on the top. And there's your thermostat housing. You want to clean the surface on the head where the thermostat housing mounts to. You can use a razor blade, you can use a tool like this. Same thing here where the air pump goes on. You want to get a nice clean flat surface. After you clean your surface, you definitely want to get in there with a rag, get all your shavings out of there, make sure it's nice and clean. Now it's ready to bolt on your thermostat housing. When reinstalling your thermostat housing, you want to put all the bolts in first. Do not tighten them, because you're going to have to maneuver the bolts around and the whole unit around, if that. And it's just going to save you some time of tightening and loosening, and making more work for yourself. You have your bottom bolt. Tighten that up. Top 10 bolt. The bracket that goes onto the head to the manifold is a tight fit. If you take an E5 inverted Torx, remove one of the studs, slide the bracket on, slide the stud behind it and tighten it, it's a lot easier than trying to put the bracket over the two studs. Now you can put your bracket bolts back on. Remember that these two were missing, these two nuts. After you install your thermostat housing, if you can, torque those bolts to 89 inch-pounds. Take your clip, put it back into the hose. Make sure it sits in the groove like that. Take your hose. Listen for the click. Plug your coolant temp sensor in, push your red tab down. Push it down, wait for the click. Before you put your air pump on, you want to make sure your two O-rings are not ripped here and there. Make sure they're seated in their grooves. You also have a pin that you need to line up. See these two bumps here? They want to line up with your camshaft inside there. So when you put it in, just make sure everything goes in flush and those two grooves match the two grooves on the camshaft. Just like that. Those are snug. Now it's on to reinstalling your bottom radiator hose. Slide that on, a little spray. Slide your clamp back on. Take your hose for your air pump. Hear that click, make sure it's secure. Now we're going to install the throttle body. Take your rag out of your intake. Make sure that seal is in its groove. Down your throttle body. Snug those bolts. Take your throttle body bracket. Connect your hose onto your valve cover. And plug your throttle body in. Make sure your red tab is clicked. Now you take your air inlet tube. Make sure it's all the way down on the throttle body. Put your clip in for this section right here. Push down. Snorkel onto your air cleaner box, hose back on to your valve cover, mounting bolt in and tightened. Tighten your clamp at your air box, and tighten your clamp at your throttle body. Air intake in, wait for the click. Take your battery tray cover, lock it down. You're going to put your two 10mm bolts back, one there, one in the front. Take your computer, mount it back onto that piece you just installed. Take your three 10mm nuts, install those. This one here has a ground strap. Make sure you put that strap on. Give those a snug. Plug your wires back in. Push a clip down into the holder. Make sure those two are locked down. Our clip broke when I was removing this wire, so we can take a wire tie. Give it a snug. Same thing here. Remove your access. And let's get ready to put the battery back. Battery, put it in your tray. Your battery tie down in. Your negative terminal. Make sure it's nice and tight and it doesn't move. Now your positive. Tighten down your positive terminal. Make sure it's nice and tight. Back underneath the vehicle, you're going to have your petcock go back into your radiator. Just make sure your O-ring is in good shape. It's not ripped. Turn it clockwise until it gets tight. And you just want to hand tight. After you install your petcock, install your belly pan with those 9 10mm bolts. Now we can put our lower shield up. Your 9 10mm bolts. Remove your cap from your reservoir bottle. Fill your bottle up to the line with whatever the manufacturer specs are for fluid and type of fluid. Run your vehicle. Wait for the fans to come on, or if you get heat inside.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.